Oh, so welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking ahead, way ahead, to 2025, a date that keeps popping up when people talk about artificial intelligence or AI. And really the biggest question and the thing we are diving into today is whether AI will reshape our world. And specifically, will it start taking over a bunch of the tasks that we do as humans, as workers? So we have some really fascinating material to kind of dig through today.
Yes.
Excerpts from a podcast script called 2025 AI Future, Can AI Replace Humans?
Okay.
So that's our source material for this deep dive today.
Okay.
Our goal is to understand the kinds of advancements that people are predicting in this script by 2025, and then to try to pinpoint which industries might see the biggest changes as a result of that. And also try to identify what are some of the unique things that humans do that AI can't do. What are our strengths?
That's important.
Yeah. And then get a sense of how AI might become a part of everyday life in the next couple of years. So much to cover.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a fascinating forecast the source material kind of lays out. And it's important, as you said, to understand the developments, but maybe not get carried away with some of the predictions, the dramatic ones.
Exactly. It's easy to get carried away.
It is.
So why don't we start with where AI is right now? Like, what can it already do?
Okay.
And then we can talk about what this script is suggesting is just around the corner.
Yeah.
So the script mentions that AI is already very good at analyzing large amounts of information.
Right.
And specifically, it highlights medical diagnostics and fraud detection as two examples of areas where AI is really performing quite well.
Yeah.
The question is, what's the next step? Like, what kind of progress can we expect to see by 2025?
What's interesting is this projection that AI will take on more kind of interactive and personalized roles. And the script points to the possibility of having AI teachers.
Oh, wow.
That can,
tailor it.
Yeah, tailor the learning experience
to
an individual's needs.
Oh, that's cool.
And this emergence of these, what they call cobots.
Cobots.
Yeah, robots that are designed to work alongside humans in manufacturing environments. So
that's a cool term. So for you listening, what this means is like a future where human intuition and machine efficiency might work together. Not necessarily one replacing the other, but functioning as a team.
Totally.
Almost.
Yeah, it's a key insight from the source. And it really emphasizes that AI can handle a lot of the routine, predictable tasks.
Right.
Which, that would free up human
the mental energy.
For more creative strategic thinking. So if you can imagine AI sort of managing all the more
boring stuff.
The boring stuff that allows you to concentrate on the stuff that requires complex problem solving, innovation.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, given these potential advancements, which industries does the script suggest are going to, feel this the most in the next couple of years?
Yeah, well, the script identifies a few key sectors where you can expect to see a lot of evolution and change. So customer service is one. The anticipation of having these AI-powered agents that are available 24/7.
Oh, wow.
To handle your inquiries.
Makes sense.
Healthcare is another. Where we're going to see the continued development and adoption of robotic surgery.
I've heard a little bit about that.
And then surprisingly, even creative fields.
Really?
The script even touches on the idea that AI might begin to assist in drafting.
Really?
Initial content.
That's wild. AI drafting.
Yeah.
Content. Okay. But the script also has this really important point to consider, right? It brings up this idea of a chatbot not being able to offer true comfort.
Yes.
In a difficult situation.
Absolutely. And if we connect that to a broader understanding of AI, it's highlighting this fundamental limitation of where it is now, which is this absence of true human context. Particularly in those emotionally sensitive scenarios. So the example they use is, can you imagine offering solace to someone who's grieving through a chatbot? I mean,
it doesn't seem.
It just doesn't feel right.
Doesn't feel right.
It suggests that those roles that require empathy that deep human connection, are likely to remain primarily within the human domain.
I think that will be reassuring to a lot of
so.
People in those professions, for sure. So what about blue-collar jobs? We always hear about automation.
Sure.
In manufacturing and things like that. Does the script suggest that there's going to be, just robots everywhere by 2025?
The script actually points towards a more gradual shift.
Okay.
So while increased automation is definitely anticipated, the need for human oversight isn't expected to disappear. So the example that they use is, imagine these drones surveying a construction site.
Right.
So the drones can collect, this huge amount of data, but human workers are still crucial for ensuring safety and making decisions.
Based on the data.
So it seems like it's going to be more of a transformation of roles rather than a complete elimination of human jobs in those sectors.
Okay, that makes sense. So AI is becoming more capable. But what are those unique strengths that humans have that this script keeps coming back to? Like, what's our edge?
I think the core human advantages that are emphasized are emotional intelligence and a sense of ethics. And what's particularly interesting is this idea that AI, despite its immense
processing power,
it can't truly navigate complex moral dilemmas.
Right.
In the nuanced way a human can.
Yeah.
So the examples they use are, a human nurse making an ethical care decision, or a judge applying, intricate legal reasoning.
Right.
These are situations where purely logical algorithms just fall short.
They're not, they can't really account for all the stuff that goes into the human decision.
Yeah.
And it's not just about emotions either, right? The script also expands on the definition of creativity.
Right. It's not just about artistic expression, like painting or writing, but it also includes problem solving, innovation, that capacity to think in novel ways, develop unique solutions. These are framed as, fundamental human strengths that AI, at least in its projected development by 2025, will still struggle to genuinely replicate.
Yeah. I mean, it keeps coming back to this idea of AI as a tool, a very powerful tool, like an advanced calculator, or as the script says, a painter's brush. The tool itself is capable, but it needs the artist, the human artist, to guide it.
That's the central theme. But then, of course, there's this. The script also touches on this other crucial aspect, which is this potential for bias.
Bias in AI. I mean, this is a big concern that we hear a lot about.
It is.
Is it just bad programming, or are there, kind of deeper societal issues at play here?
Well, the script really highlights that bias in AI often stems from the data that it's trained on.
Okay.
So if the data reflects existing societal biases, for example, historical data that underrepresents certain groups in specific fields, well, the AI can unfortunately learn and perpetuate those biases in its outputs. So the script really underscores the importance of having diverse teams
that's interesting.
Involved in AI development.
So that they can spot.
Because they're more likely to identify and mitigate those potential biases.
Right.
And then the need for transparency and how AI systems function is crucial for people to understand.
Yes, the AI.
Yeah.
And the script talks about nutrition labels for algorithms, which is a really interesting analogy.
It's a really, can you expand on that?
Yeah, it's a really insightful analogy for potential regulation.
So just as nutrition labels provide you with information about ingredients and nutritional content
of food,
Of food.
Yeah.
Similar labels for algorithms could offer insights into the data that they were trained on, potential biases they might exhibit.
Interesting.
Their intended purpose.
Okay.
So it's really about promoting greater accountability and understanding.
Yeah, it's like if you can't understand how the AI is reaching its conclusions, then it's really hard to trust the AI.
Especially in like really important decisions.
High stakes situations.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk about something that worries a lot of people, which is jobs.
Yes.
I mean, if AI is going to be doing more and more of our tasks, what happens to us, to the human workforce?
Right. Well, the script touches on this possibility of job displacement and the need for adaptation.
So they emphasize the importance of upskilling initiatives, retraining programs that can equip workers with new skills.
Got it.
And then this mention of AI handler roles is interesting. It suggests that new job categories might emerge specifically to manage
the AIs
and collaborate with AI systems. And then they even touch on things like universal basic income as a potential as a policy response to manage these transitions.
Got it. So it sounds like this is a challenge with a lot of different aspects to it. Technological, economic, societal.
It's multifaceted.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Okay. So the script also gives us this glimpse into what daily life might actually look like in 2025 with more AI, integration. Can you kind of paint that picture?
They present a scenario where AI becomes more deeply woven into your daily routine, but not necessarily in an overwhelming way.
Right.
So imagine starting your day with an AI assistant that helps you optimize your schedule for productivity. At work, AI could be used to draft, routine reports, freeing up your time for more strategic meetings and creative problem solving. And then in healthcare, AI might assist doctors in making diagnoses more quickly and accurately, but the crucial human aspect of delivering sensitive news with empathy,
of course,
would remain. Even entertainment could evolve into this hybrid form where AI suggests,
plot points,
musical ideas, but human writers and artists add that emotional depth and nuance that really resonates with an audience.
Yeah, it seems like the main theme is really one of collaboration.
Yeah.
Humans and AI working together. Yeah, it's not
the robot takeover.
No, it's not the robot takeover.
Not in this script's view of 2025.
At least not yet.
Yeah.
So the script even has a question from a listener. Someone named Sarah wrote in and was really curious about AI's capacity.
Oh, that's interesting.
For creativity. Can AI ever really be creative?
It's a fundamental question that a lot of people have. And the script acknowledges that AI can mimic patterns in creative fields like music and writing.
Right.
So it can analyze huge amounts of existing music or literature and generate new pieces that adhere to, similar styles and rules. But the critical distinction is that AI doesn't have genuine feeling or lived experience, and
that's where the creativity comes from.
That's where the creativity comes from.
As a human.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it can imitate, can remix, but it can't really.
It can originate.
Yeah, it can't originate.
In the same way that
a human artist can.
With all of the emotional.
Driven by emotion.
Baggage that we bring.
And personal history.
Yeah. Okay.
So it can be a valuable partner in creative endeavors. Offering new tools and possibilities. But it's not a true creator.
Got it.
In the human sense.
In the human sense. Okay. So to bring this all together, if you had to just sort of sum up the main takeaway from this script, what would it be?
I think the central message is one of synergy and collaboration. Rather than displacement. The script is really painting this picture where AI will become a bigger part of our times and work, but primarily as a tool to augment human capabilities, not to replace us entirely. That's really good to hear.
I think so. It's fascinating how often history provides these really useful parallels. And the script actually draws this comparison to the invention of the printing press. Which, that didn't eliminate storytelling. It actually democratized it, expanded its reach. And so the suggestion here is that AI could have a similar effect, amplifying.
Instead of making us obsolete.
Making us better.
Okay, I like that.
More capable.
It's a more optimistic take. I like it. So as we look ahead to this future, with AI. I mean, it really seems like the question is how we adapt.
Yeah.
And how we choose to use
how do we use
these new tools. Yeah, it's a really big question for all of us. So
it is.
Thanks for exploring this with me today.
My pleasure.
And for you, our listener, I want to leave you with this. You know, considering what we just talked about, how might you personally evolve and adapt?